Kia ora. It will be a chilly start to Good Friday thanks to southerly winds stretching cold air right the way across New Zealand. We've also got a few showers to watch out for, and some of those, especially up towards those more northeastern corners, could be fairly heavy as we head through towards the end of the day. Let's take a look at how Good Friday pans out. Low pressure down towards the south drives some pretty strong winds around that Clutha coast up in towards Banks Peninsula and pushes some showers in towards the North Island as well. But you can see we've still got plenty of clear sky a little bit further towards the west, and those early showers around Auckland and Northland start to fade away as we head through towards the end of the day. And for places like Nelson and down that western coast of the South Island, there's plenty of dry, fine and sunny conditions in store through Good Friday, albeit with a fair chill in the air. Let's start off on the North Island. You can see we have got showers to start the day from Northland, Auckland and even towards parts of, say, Taranaki as well. They'll start to fade away as we head through the daytime. You can see we've got another patch of showers in across those central areas. But a lot of the activity will be through the second half of the day. We'll find some showers pushing in towards Wellington and the Wairarapa, and more especially in towards Hawke's Bay and up in towards Tairāwhiti, where we could find one or two fairly heavy, perhaps even thundery showers towards the end of the story. But you can see by the time we head in towards the night, there's some clear skies across the majority of the North Island. And beneath those clear skies, we are going to find some very cold temperatures as we head in towards the early hours of Saturday morning. Daytime temperatures still up to around about 18 or 19 degrees Celsius across those northern parts, and even across in towards that eastern coast it's a cooler feeling day. 18 and 19 for Gisborne and Napier. Some of the coolest spots though down towards Wellington with those southerly winds keeping the temperature around about 13 degrees Celsius by day. Beneath those clear skies at night, we're back down to lows around about 3 or 4 degrees Celsius, places like Taupo, Rotorua, and even across in towards Hamilton. So a chilly old start to the day for Saturday morning. Heading down towards the South Island, we'll find rather blustery conditions around the likes of the Otago Peninsula and out towards Banks Peninsula. A few showers skirting the coast there. Those southerly winds will be bringing a few showers in towards parts of Southland and Otago. And still with that cold air over us, we could find an early dusting of snow about the very higher parts, above about 700 metres or so. But generally those showers fade away. We'll keep hold of a fair bit of cloud down across those southern areas. But you can see as we head through the afternoon, there's plenty of bright weather, plenty of sunshine across the majority of the South Island before things turn cloudier again in towards the evening. But some decent spells of sunshine across the South Island during Good Friday. It will be a chilly start, it's worth saying. I think we've got a cold night Thursday night into towards Friday morning, and our daytime temperatures struggling at just a touch as well. 14 degrees Celsius, our top temperature in Christchurch during the day, and places like Queenstown at 13 degrees Celsius. So a chilly old day through there, but hopefully with some brightness and some sunshine before that cloud returns towards this eastern coast. You'll notice our nighttime temperatures in towards Friday night, Saturday morning. Not as cold as we'll see first thing on Friday, but I think we are going to find some cool feeling days as we head in towards the rest of the weekend. Now, we have seen some very dry weather recently, and there are still pockets of fire risk around, particularly those areas up in towards parts of Marlborough, where we have still got some high or even very high areas of fire risk. So even though we are heading through autumn, it's still worth keeping an eye on the fire risk at checkitsallright.nz. As we head through the rest of the long weekend, we are going to keep a very close eye up towards the north and the east. This low pressure system you can see here just sits off that east cape of the North Island, and it continues to feed more cloud and wet weather and windy weather around and towards parts of Hawke's Bay, particularly those northern areas, and in towards Tairāwhiti as well. But you can see elsewhere, things are looking much more settled. The worst of the weather hopefully staying offshore, but still one to watch out for. But we should be left with plenty of dry weather, some bright weather through parts of Northland and Auckland and Waikato through the daytime after that cold start on Saturday. And across the South Island, many spots staying dry as well, just areas of cloud to watch out for. On in towards Easter Sunday and Monday, not an awful lot of change. That low pressure is still with us first thing. Continue to bring that wet and windy weather in towards the far north and the east. But for many of us, it's a dry, fine looking story. A touch more cloud in towards Canterbury through the daytime on Sunday. but you can see there's some decent spells of sunshine through towards Easter Monday. And for the majority of New Zealand, we're in for a dry looking day as well. A touch more cloud across the Southland, but for most of us, a dry looking story for that Easter Monday. So really, we are looking at an improving weekend for many of us. Keep an eye on the southerly winds on both in Auckland on Saturday and also down towards New Plymouth. Just seeing those winds picking up, but generally a fine day. On that eastern coast, places like Napier and particularly up towards Gisborne, we have got some wetter weather for Saturday, perhaps first thing on Sunday up towards Tairafti, but an improving story here. And by the time we head in towards Monday, some better, brighter weather through there. A good looking story for Wellington through the Easter weekend. A touch more cloud around for the first part and still some stronger southerlies around through Friday. Down on the South Island, well, it's a pretty decent place to be for the long weekend. Plenty of dry weather still with us. Good spells of sunshine for Blenheim and across in towards Nelson as well. A great looking story for the west coast through the weekend. Just a touch more cloud as we head in towards Monday. And I think we'll find areas of cloud with us as we go through the weekend down towards Christchurch as well. And of course, an extra day of the long weekend down in Southland for your anniversary weekend on Tuesday. Looks like you'll be keeping hold of the dry weather as well. Wherever you are, have an excellent Easter.